Well, hello, my YouTube friend. Tonight it is my pleasure at last to make a video about a sigil. Yeah, when I say at last, for those of you who know me, you might remember that I had the worst experience with the sigil, actually the one made by Munroe, that I bought, I would say 3 months ago, something like 3-4 months ago, and was shipped with FedEx actually from the US to Paris. And when we got to Paris, I got an empty package. So that was kind of double jeopardy because it was not insured, nothing as usual. So I lost quite a few dollars on it because I paid it, of course, on the secondary market as usual with me. So I lost, a lot of money. And the knife. So that's what I call a real double jeopardy. So I was kind of sure that either I'd get another sigil from the maker himself, from Munroe, and I'm still expecting and hoping that I will get it one, or that I will never get another sigil. By no means, I lost too much on this. But then again, it came this beautiful and this really interesting collaboration with Tony Marfione. And when this came, and when actually they made this particular one with the copper handle and this beautiful mirror polish that we're going to talk about, I couldn't resist. I mean, this is a sigil, of course, but this finish, I will never have the opportunity to find it again. I think they made 4 or 5 like that. So either I was willing to buy it, or it will probably never have the chance to get it again. So I bought it. That's it, okay? But for me, it's truly another thing. It's another story. I mean, it's a sigil with a lot of Marfione in it. A lot of Marfione. So we're going to talk about that, actually. When we're going to discuss, like always, try to make some sense of this video, about the handle. So the handle is one of the 2 points that I absolutely adore. I mean, I adore the sigil, okay? We're going to talk about the sigil, but the particular point that I will address are the one that drove me crazy in this one. So that's actually the handle in copper. And I want to say also something, that this also reproduces the sigil, I would say the sigil 3, because the new one, I'm not sure, I think that they changed the pattern and it's totally different. I mean, it's not this pattern on the handle, and I'm not sure that it has also this kind of nice piece for the lock bar stop. I might be wrong, but I think it's something like that. I mean, the sigil 4 lost some of the feature that I liked on the sigil 3. So I was gonna talk about the handle actually. So that's one piece, 2 pieces of copper, and man, what a beautiful copper. I'm not even going to discuss about the contouring that you have on the handle, which is just absolutely insane, as you can see. But this piece of copper is just beautiful. I mean, I just adore. You gotta love, you know, the patina that you have on the copper. This is just beautiful. I mean, this is what I like. Some might absolutely hate, actually, this patina. I do love it. I mean, actually, I don't like when it's orange. You know, like brand new orange like that, I don't like. I like the patina on the copper. I like copper. What can I say? And a copper like that, it's just brilliant. As you can see, it's just, to me, one of the best features I could expect on this knife is that handle. So you have this contouring, you have those beautiful pieces of copper. Now, the Marfione thing, of course, it's here. You're going to see the hardware, which is the proprietary hardware that we all know about Marfione. Here, what a beautiful piece of mokume, my friend. Usually, I don't really like, you know, when it's like a bronze finish, but here it matches perfectly the bronze color, I mean, anodization that you will have on the subframe lock, on the clip here, and on also this back spacer. Beautiful piece of mokume, nice contouring also on the handle, hardware from Marfione. What we have from Marfione also, of course, is going to be the subframe lock. I mean, the man invented the subframe lock. On the usual sigil, you're going to have your regular frame lock. This is a sub-frame lock with the fixation here. I just adore frame lock. Here also you're gonna have, of course, the technology of Master Marfione is perfect, and you're gonna have this big piece. You know, you gotta have a big piece like that that is well inserted, because this is something that can move with the action, flipping. This, the subframe lock can move, this can move. So you gotta have something that is perfectly fitted if you don't want to have, you know, a fail insert or fail lock somewhere here. So this is perfectly, look at that. I mean, a humongous piece of steel insert here, very well inserted and very well fixed with this nice hardware. So this is also a contribution of Marfione, and of course this clip. I mean, the technology is here. I mean, my friend, this is just fantastic. When you open the knife, this is literally a clip that you won't feel, okay? You won't feel it because it's flush with the handle here. Now, you can address one complaint about this clip is the function. I mean, look at that. This is the angle that you will have. I mean, I can test it. Sorry about that. I can test it in my pocket to show you. You see, this is actually how it will be in the pocket. So the retention here, because of this angle, you know, this angle, the retention won't be, as you can see, that won't hold really well in the pocket. But again, the knife is in the pocket. What do you need to be more than that? I mean, I took the bike today, I took my chances and it didn't budge. So it's enough, you know, you don't need really to have a strong clip, but it's something that you have to address. I mean, I have to address if I want to be thorough and honest in my vids. This is something that you have to address. The retention is not, as you can see, that good, but it suffices. If you're not going to use your knife and do some crazy things with your body, that suffices. So, nice technological feature. The functionality is a little tad less perfect than the technical prowess, I would say, but whatever. It's a clip and it can be used also as a clip, no problem about that. So we discussed about the handle. Yeah, of course, one word about this beautiful backspacer. It's not a floating, but you know, it's a control backspacer. I really like the design. I could live without the marks here, the dagger, all the writings here, something that we are used to see, the sigil written here. Yeah, we are used to see, you know, a Microtech written to write something somewhere, but actually, I 100 times I like it better here than on the blade. Look at that. I mean, this blade here is what I want to address now. Man, Microtech is doing, first of all, the best hand rubbed, mirror polish that you can find in the world. He learned his skill, Tony, learned his skill with, let me show you. Look at that. I mean, look how beautiful this mirror polish is. Look at that. You can read exactly what it is. It's a perfect mirror. I mean, look at that. How can it be more perfect than that? Look at that. It's just absolutely splendid. There is no way for me to show you better than that how splendid this mirror polish is. Just fantastic. So, of course, I would have hate. Look at that. I mean, you see my iPhone. I mean, you have the advertisement with the Apple. You see my filthy fingers. Of course, I'd rather have all the writings on the backspacer and leave this beautiful blade sterile. Here, gentlemen, you have a blade from Microtech, not Microtech actually, Tony Marfione Custom, that is absolutely sterile. And what a beautiful blade. This won't leave. I mean, the shape of this sigil is just fantastic for an EDC. This hologram that you have on the mirror, the copper handle, and this made it for me. This is actually what drove me crazy and why I needed this knife. Whether it's a sigil or something else, I don't care. I wanted this knife because of the copper handle and the mirror polish. Just a beautiful blade. Dramatic hologram here. Very nice contrast with the satin flat. Delicate swedge that you have here on the top. Look I mean, look at that. The spine is incredible. This bird's eye is just perfect. What is the use of that? Absolutely none, but it's just beautiful. It's not jimping because your finger will be here. Yeah, maybe for the front. You see, you have a nice front choil here. So maybe, yeah, it gives some traction. Actually, it gives some traction. Again, I just literally got the knife. So for the front choil here, for the small cutting task, certainly it brings you, absolutely it brings you some traction here. So that's an effective jimping for the front choil here. So spectacular blade. The stop pin is internal. Okay, look at this engagement, perfect. Look at the tang geometry, absolutely perfect. Rock solid, doesn't budge. It's not sticky, but you see, you hear a little noise, but really nothing crazy. It's on cage bearing. The action is splendid. Off-center, this one, okay? I mean, I contacted Tony and he told me just to send it back. That's probably what I'm going to do because, I mean, 100% of the knives coming from Tony or Microtech are just spot on. Everything is going to be perfect. That is something that you can expect with Microtech or Tony Marfione, is to have a splendid knife with absolutely no flaw. And this is really rare. This one is a bit of centered. Nothing crazy again. Huh? It doesn't touch the handle. I mean, I could live with it. But again, Tony, as a perfectionist that he is, insists to correct that. So I'm going to bring it out of respect for the man. I'm going to send it back to him so he can make it perfect as it should. So the flipping action on this one is beautiful. I'm gonna be really fast. This is something that I described relentlessly. A small flipper tab like that with 2 or 3 jimping aligned with the pivot, that is enough for a flipper tab. Don't need to put like those big, long, I'm not going to compare that to a dick. Sorry, but I just did. But it's no use for that. This is just enough. Look at that. Boom! That is just, I mean, why would you need to do more than that? Just check the low-profile flipper tab from Bob Terrazola, and you will understand my point. So absolutely perfect flipper tab. The action is just splendid. The detent is just strong as they can come. And this big cut here brings you some really versatility to open with the thumb or the middle finger. Let me see if I can get... something that I've never done in my life is to open a knife. Yeah, I did it once with the middle finger. For some reason, my anatomy is made in a way that I use the index for this kind of opening. With the thumb, it works perfectly well. This is truly a knife that you're going to play with, and also a perfect EDC, because that's the size of the perfect EDC. A lot of people have been adamant about that. The sigil is probably the perfect EDC, and I concur. I mean, I don't know the sigil. It's the first time that I have it in my hand now, but I can compare it also to the Court Sentry. It looks a lot like the Sentry, and I can tell you something. It's, to me, probably even, I'm not going to say better than the Sentry, but it's narrower here on the handle, and yet it gives you the same blade amount. So I would say that the Sentry, being probably one of my best EDC, custom EDC, this one will also follow that path. And that's going to be probably a great companion of mine. Of course, I'm not going to use it because I want, for hard use, I mean, just for cutting some letters or whatever, because I want to maintain this beautiful mirror, but this is going to be a knife that will have a lot of pocket time with or without the retention of that clip. We are heading to the 15 minutes, my friend. It was a pleasure actually to make this video, a first view, an overview, I would say, because I just literally got the knife today, but I was so excited that I absolutely needed to make that vid. So I might have forgotten a lot of things, probably, but I hope that you will enjoy this beautiful knife. And for those of you who will get a chance to get one of these, congratulations in advance. My friends, I'll catch you very soon for another video. Bye-bye.